This one is driven to center and deep, and this one is gone. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Understand what we do and make sure that we're ready to go.
The level is just so high, like we all want to win. Everyone on this team, like the only goal here is to win.
Layla Perez leads things off for Louisville Slugger as we enter gameplay. First out recorded. And the batter now is Kaylin Jones. One away in the top of the first inning. That was slapped out of play just over a truck. Happy to have you with us along for the ride. Game Ready Live presents to you the Athletics Mercado Summer Elite Camp. We are in day 2 of action here. Slap foul, 0-2. Have a 4-pitcher rotation, strike 3. Miley Guacchino records the out. 2 down in the inning. We'll get a few questions in here, then we'll let them loose in a few. Dave Mercado is here with Athletics Mercado, the founder of Athletics Mercado, and I started off with Brian earlier about this as this ball goes outside. Could you have imagined 12 years ago when all this started for you, when a couple groups came together, in this something as grand as this?
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's something that's grown for us every year. Success has been a little bit unreal at times, but yeah, we've been very fortunate with everything that we do, and the way that it's been working out to this point. So we're excited about the future.
On 2-0 to Roundtree, strike 1. So when this started to grow back in 2008, where did you think your expectations would go, and then how did it manifest from it?
Yeah, I think we started, with a couple really young teams, and our expectations at that point were just to compete. I think our first team had 9 or 10 kids out there, and we were trying to fill the team at that point. But every year it just got a little bit stronger. Every year the kids stayed with us, so they got a little bit stronger. The teams got stronger, and eventually the goal was just to compete with the upper level teams, which eventually we did. And it's just been a snowball since, man. It's been we've been very fortunate. So I think about it a lot.
Kale and I were talking back in March before all hell broke loose. He goes, strike 3. What a quick inning. Nothing across. We go to the bottom of the first. Louisville Slugger, no score, and Power Net coming up. We continue live here. Welcome. John Tyler with Dave Mercado here. When did this come about that you wanted to do webcasts of these events to give coaches and scouts the opportunity to see, and parents across the nation to see these young players perform when they may not be able to under any other circumstance?
Yeah, we kind of started on the phone, something real small, and getting feedback from obviously the schools and everybody that it's hard to see this, it's hard to see that, and then having the opportunity with some people that we know, to get involved in this, obviously with Lou and get this moving forward was, it's been crazy, even up to this morning. We're trying to figure all this out and how we want to do it. And we do things a lot faster, typically in our practice. Now we got to slow down a little bit and keep up with the cameras, but we're adapting well, and I think that it's a huge opportunity for these athletes. So we're real excited about it, and I think it's really kind of the future for the feedback we're getting. It's they really feel like they can see enough to actually recruit from this, and that's kind of the big plus for us.
Zoe Karam is up as we enter gameplay in the bottom of the first, no score. Incoming sophomore. First pitch from Leilani Nair is in for a strike. And we asked this question of players and Brian earlier. If a parent or player were on the outside looking in, and with experiences I've been in, I've noticed what it's like on the outside when you're in the inside. It's a much bigger thing than you kind of expected. What sets this program apart, and what would attract a player or a family to want their child to participate with Athletics Mercado?
Yeah, I think overall it's the training. What we do is there's a very high standard here. The club's not for everybody. We tell them when they walk in. We're pretty hard-nosed, and the expectations are high, and the standards set very high. So a lot of accountability here. So we don't leave a lot of choice to these athletes. They're going to improve, and that's what we do here. Obviously to get them to buy into that and do things the right way, that's what we do. So.
Karam ropes one in for a hit. Quickly a runner aboard. With no score in the ball game in the bottom of the first, Madison Severns is up. And we were hearing earlier that there will be future events that Athletics Mercado will host that hopefully we're a part of to bring more action, fun, and memories to our viewing audience. And what's the next step on top of something like this?
Got to keep going. For us right now, our hands are tied where we're at. So we're just trying to get practices in and do everything that we can. But I think this is kind of the way it's going to be for a while. So we're going to continue to try to improve on it and make sure that we're more efficient and getting everybody what they need. So yeah, it's good. It's good. It's happening.
What did you like about the skills camp yesterday?
I liked it all. It gives the kids an opportunity to showcase what they do individually. Gives the school a lot of time to look at footwork and arms and angles into the ball, all the good stuff. Obviously the games are excellent too, but to actually have the opportunity to break them down and watch what they can do is something that I think is unique and important. So we like it. I think that's got to stay.
On 2-1. Check swing, no swing, 3-1. And we've heard about the commitment the players have. Paige, drawing a blank on her last name, Nakashima, from Hawaii, and comes back to the mainland every few weeks or months. The commitment is amazing. To come that far, knowing that you're in some place that you feel secure and safe in.
Sure. Yeah. We have we have athletes from all over Texas, New Jersey. They come, they stay for months at times. So
yeah,
it is definitely a huge commitment, not only for the the people that drive a long way, but for the out-of-staters even more so. But yeah, that's probably an understatement for what they do.
We'll take a look again as Kayla Chavez comes up. This one went to right. And a great job to keep the runners on.
I think this is Caleb Macias.
The fourth batter in the order.
Yeah, Chavez had some school today.
Ah.
So skipped out today. Can't argue with the school.
No, not at all. It was amazing to see the college commits that have been offered. Every team that was here last month had their entire roster with a college commit. How in concert are you with their coaches at universities and scouts that want to see what these players are made of?
Yeah, we're in pretty good with them. I mean, we're getting the feedback that we need in order to get them what they need. So I mean, that's kind of the big thing for us right now, is trying to get on page and get as much value out of this as we can. So yeah, we talk to them quite often about what's good, what's not. Trying to make sure that we're improving, not just in softball, but obviously getting these kids seen. So a little bit more difficult nowadays, but we're finding a way to get it done.
This one driven to left. Sandoval makes the catch. 2 down. Went after it on 3-1, and the next batter is Jade Ignacio. What the players appreciate is the tough love, the constructive criticism without yelling or just going on a rant or whatever. So what do you say to a player that maybe hasn't gotten up to speed, struggling perhaps? His drive to left and deep, going back, and it's down for a hit. That's going to be a 2-bagger. Ground rule double for Ignacio. Severin's going back to third. Run comes through, and it's the first one of the ball game. Power Net is up on top, 1-0.
Yeah, you could say tough love is probably a good word. Yeah, we have some conversations in our dugout. There's no doubt. I mean, it kind of comes back to where the standard is around here. Our expectations are high, and these guys will get their butts chewed for it. It's just like you or me. If, we're good at what we do, we get paid a lot, and if we're not, we get fired. So, we kind of hold the same standard here, and we expect them to do their job very well. And if they don't, I mean, that's a conversation we have, and most of them don't like it when we have it. So,
sure.
But it is what it is.
I think the player would rather know than be left in the dark, I think, in the end.
Yeah, I tell them that. When I stop yelling at you, then that's probably the problem. Yeah.
Well, we thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Dave Mercado, it's been a pleasure, and continued success your way.
Thank you. Appreciate all you
There it
do.
is.
All right,
there
man.
it is. Have a good one.
You too.
There he goes, Dave Mercado, as he returns to coaching here. We thank him for his time. 1-0 with 2 on, 2 out. A 3-0 count to Abigail Cruz. This could end the inning. No! Catcher didn't see it. Count goes to 3-1. Driven to left and down for a hit. At the plate, out at the plate, back to second. Well, that would have been the third out of the inning anyway. So that'll end the bottom half of the first. One comes in, the second one to the and is tagged out. We've completed one, 2-1 power, 2-0 power net.
Nice though.
Top of the second inning here. 2-0 power net on top. Louisville Slugger is batting. We go to the fourth batter of their order as they went in order in the top half of the first. Brooke Hilliard is up. Well, I made the post earlier of working this event today, and something simple my cousin out in the OC said, and she goes, we need more women in sports journalism, and that's really true. As we enter a 1-ball, no strike count. 2-0.
Hello?
We're on. Apologize for that. Carry on.
Oh, I was just saying the journalism, it's a very male-dominated industry.
Mm-hmm. Not as much now as the 80s, and I only bring up the 80s is that one of the big things that was happening then was there was a lady, nicked her on the shoulder. See if she stays on, we get a special runner. We'll rerun the count on Brooke Hilliard. Is that in the 80s, started off on ESPN at Sports Center and then moved on to NBC Sports. There's a lady by the name of Gail Gardner, and she started off doing Sports Center then. And then on the throw to second, not in time. One of the higher profile properties in the 80s was still Major League Baseball on NBC, and it had been a mainstay on radio and TV for almost 70 years. So their pregame show, Major League Baseball, A Closer Look, was the pregame show of record, and Gail Gardner was tapped to host the show before the action across the way in baseball on NBC. So she got the opportunity there. There have been many others over the years that have... That hit the car? Oh, that's unfortunate. That wasn't even on our board. We couldn't lay money on it. That's a bummer. I mean, off the top of my head, I'll try and list them. Leslie Visser for CBS. Michelle Tafoya right now for Sunday Night Football. Lisa Salters, the NBA on ABC. There's the one you're looking up toward at Aaron Andrews with ABC Sports, and now on Fox's number one crew with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. There's so many over the years that have had that opportunity. There's also people like Beth Mowens, who's been able to call the NFL on CBS and do play-by-play of Oakland Raider preseason football. The opportunities are there. It's just the one thing about getting into is luck is preparation meets opportunity. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but in the end, it becomes very rewarding. So for someone like you, and maybe because of this, we changed your mind. You didn't want to look at flashcards to be a physical therapist. You said, no, off with that. Is that the opportunities are there, and there have been people like those I mentioned that have blazed the way to open the path for perhaps people like you to make it to that level, that the chance is there.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it is I feel girls don't see themselves and don't want to be around sports like this. I feel like girls don't see a football game and be like, oh, and know everything that's going on, or want to talk to someone about what's going on. And I think that's where we females we don't really look at sports the way males do. But that's
without question.
And there's the ones like me who want to. We want to go and watch the football game and know everything that's going on and be able to talk to people about it.
I saw a behind-the-scenes feature on those that do the sideline reporting, and it's amazing how much homework they do behind the scenes for how little is presented, because there's so many storylines and stats and whatever you have to follow, and then keep them in mind for whatever comes up, like an injury, unfortunately something where a player gets locked up, or a family issue. You already have that information in hand, and so there's a lot of work for what little you have to present with what little time. But the desire is still there to do it, and if you were on the play-by-play side, like so many others have done, you have the chance to tell the stories and give the facts and figures and whatever notes that you have to paint a picture. So, yeah, definitely the opportunities are there, and preparation is the key, as we talked about. This one is driven to left and deep. Foul ball. That hit the that go to the chalet there? That is a drive.
Working, my.
2-0 Power Net on top. 2 down in the inning.
Here we go.
I absolutely love my crew, and I love the fact that we are playing in the 0th inning. We're in the second. The 2-1 popped up and sky high. Whew. Almost hit the cabana behind us.
With this tent, you can't even tell where it's going to go. You just have to hope it's not going to come down and hit you.
Here we go. Are you mine?
2-2 is high. Throw to the plate, not in time. The run scores in Kalen Jones. And Louisville Slugger is on the board at 2-1. Well, there was the pop yesterday to left, and unfortunately we do have the tent because we have equipment here, and the sun has a thing against us. But we had the pop fly to left that I thought went to center, because you can't track the ball at all unless you're watching the players going to play it. This one is cranked deep. Foul also. The chalet eats another softball.
Here
35-footer, ball 4. First offering, it's popped up.
And into the bleachers.
Making music. Yeah. Plinko, like on Price is Right. Yeah. Ooh. Clipped her right on the outside of her foot. She will hit again. Oof. Not normal in an actual game circumstance, but different rules here in our exhibition. Riley Esbar is up. That one gets to the backstop, run is in, and they tie the game. Runners at second and third. Game is tied at 2. Thought that was below the knees, however, called for a strike. Yeah. Touch the corners. She no moss, right? Yeah.
Go her for that.
Yeah. So we'll replay the count again.
All props to her for taking that twice.
Right. So technically, it's her third at bat of the inning. So here we go. She driven to left and man almost hit her teammate. We don't hire pinatas to bat.
I have another one too.
On 2 strikes. On 2 out, rather. It's 1-0. Two and 1. Two and 1, the count to Riley. Esbar takes inside. Oh, that's a strike. Count evens at 2 with 2 down. Look at this. 2-2 the score. 2 runners on, 2 strikes, 2 out. We're in the second. Cash in, 3 and 2. Deuce is wild.
Just 2s all around.
This one is cranked high, in play, goes foul. She's a fighter, that's for sure. The full count pitch. Driven to left and deep, it carries, it's in play. It's
Foul.
foul ball. Oh, we'll take a look at it. How close was it? Oh, okay. It was about 10 feet left of the line. There have been a lot of solid hits that have gone foul that could have gone for tremendous extra bases. 3 and 2. That one gets away. Runners advance 90. It was ball 4 anyway. The fruits of her labor. Esbar gives way for Gloria Rodriguez. Under normal circumstances, would have had her at bat already. No one advances. Throw to second. Oh, now this is no man's land. We're going to have a lot of fun here because we're in 2 pickles here. You got to throw home. She does. Gets her out, applies a tag right on the helmet to end the inning. Kind of knocked her head, knocked her eyeballs a little goofy a little bit. That'll end things here in the second. After an inning and a half, Louisville Slugger leads 3-2. Oh, we're live. Caught us slipping, as Cale would say. Welcome back. John Tyler, Stevie Hansen with you as we bring you the action, fun, and memories from Athletic Mercado's Summer Elite Camp. Skills, drills, and scrimmages yesterday. One game in the afternoon, and we are in our fourth of 5 here today. And a lot of wonderful action and a great opportunity here for these players to have a game, an event like this, giving coverage to those who want to see them advance and grow, and perhaps the chance for them to play for the university of their dreams. And this has been a lot of fun.
I believe so. I think these girls are having a great time also. I've been talking to them between games, and they are happy to be here with their friends playing again and not having to worry about getting, like, winning no matter what, more of showing off what they can do and playing their best.
Mm-hmm.
They're not stressed out on the fact that they need to win.
Right.
They're more enjoying it, kind of they know we need to be serious, but they are also trying to have fun like the game is supposed to be.
Absolutely. Bottom of the second, Power Net trailing 3-2. First batter up is Elena Chaffold.
Here we go, work right here. Good eye, babe. Good. You got this, Kitty. You read back. Yeah, Lena. Right here, 1-8. You got this, man, will you? Yeah, Lena, right here, babe.
Leilani Neer is in the circle.
Nice. Babe.
That's a strike.
Right, 1-8. You got this, kid. See, ball, here we go. Hey, you got it right here, babe. Hey, get it, babe. Yeah, 1-8. You got this, kid, babe.
Dribbler to the shortstop. Jones throws. It's in time. One away. Kaylee O is the batter.
Hey, get it, Kaylee. Yeah, here we go. Hey, believe right here, 8. Good eye. Hey, get it, babe. Yeah, Kaylee. Hey, good eye. Good eye.
5 feet away from your mic, boss. We're all good.
I don't even want to think about how loud it's going to be if a ball would hit that.
You and I would not be prepared. Yeah, if they hit the boom mic. Oh, it's dropped. And a runner is aboard. She thought she was out. Oh, good times.
Sometimes you're just so in it, you just don't even know what happened.
Like those who lose track of the count almost, or who lose track how many outs, which is almost like well, you don't remember, I don't think. Larry Walker at Dodger Stadium. Next batter is Giselle Ulloa. Throw to second is not in time. Love tap on the helmet. Good times. So this was back when the Expos were around. Of course, now the Washington Nationals. Larry Walker was playing for Montreal. The game was at Dodger Stadium. He thought there was 2 outs. Makes the catch in right field. Gives the ball to a fan. The problem was it was the second out.
Oh no.
With runners on. Yeah. This one goes away. Throw to third, not in time.
Did the fans give the ball back or no?
Don't recall. It's too long ago.
Go, G. D-ball, hit ball. Here we go.
Ulloa is up. 3-2 to score in the bottom of the second. Uloa is up. Incoming sophomore. Pitch from near is low. Low as well, 3-1. On 3-2. Ball 4. And one of the eighth grader is up, Dakota Potter. Her 8th grade counterpart is in the Louisville Slugger dugout in Cam Gordon.
Hey, get it, Potter, right here, babe.
So we've had actually 3 8th graders here this weekend. Goes high for 1-0. Potter is up awaiting a 1-0 delivery from near.
Hey, get it, babe.
Foul ball. 1-1.
All right, Coda.
Oh, they were giving codes? I've totally missed it.
Oh no, it was
Oh.
the radar gun.
Oh. Outside for a strike. It's catching the speed of the dragonflies, I guess, hovering around. Another foul tip. Potter is fighting here. 2-2. 1 game to go. Ringer has been given this game off. They'll return to take on PowerNet for our final game of the day. Swung on and missed for the out. Moving over to second is Uloa. And the batter now is sophomore Noel Fernandez. Three, 2 on, 2 out. No one's at second, so Uloa moves back safely. Outside the throwdown, no throwdown. on a favorable count. Ball 4. Got Potter earlier, did not fool Fernandez. Top of the order, Zoe Karam is up. That ends the inning. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We go to the third, 3-2, Louisville Slugger. We welcome you back to the Athletics Mercado Summer Elite Camp. John Tyler here. Alongside me, the one of the recruiters and coaches for Athletics Mercado, Greg Borzilleri. And Greg, first off, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem, and thank you for having us here. It's been a blast.
Absolutely. We'll try to bring out the AC for you guys next time, though.
What's up with that? Just lowered expectations. Oh, we got from the peanut gallery one bit of applause. So you're in the recruiting aspect. So basically, and I was talking with Lou earlier, is if this were the gold standard, you're presenting someone with a block of gold. And so with that, how do you approach a selling opportunity to parents or players that want to play for Athletics Mercado? What do you do?
Sure. Well, first, it comes down to honesty. And that's being honest with our college coaches, our players, and their actual talent and the level that they belong, and not promising a diamond when we have a platinum-type player. So, you know, we have to approach everything through honesty first and foremost. So that's really what it comes down to. So it really does. To play here regardless, though, the recruiting aspect of it is, I don't want to say a bonus by any means, but we focus on the right things as far as the training and the athleticism and the quality of the player and the parent and the families. And it really translates and really does help the recruiting aspect of it.
Without a doubt, and Lou was touching on this earlier, and something that came to mind with me is, let's say a person wants to go to a certain college, but that program doesn't fit them. How do you prepare them to maybe look at other options that could be the better choice?
Sure. You know, that with the honesty is really informing them I mean, it might not be a case of that they're not talented enough, but that school already has that position, or they're backloaded with 3 or 4 kids in that particular position. So it might not be a fit just because of sheer, semantics.
Sure.
So that really comes down to just making sure we're educating our families and our players so that we frankly can find them the fit, because the last thing we want is one of our players to end up in the transfer portal later.
Oh, right. And that takes away valuable mission time in the end.
Sure. Well, at the end of the day, we want them to go to a school that they, first and foremost, get a valuable education. Because let's be real, the vast majority of these athletes are not going to go on to play pro ball. They're not going to go get paid anything like that. They're going to go get a degree that's going to last them for the rest of their lives. So we want to make sure that we can put that fit together with their education.
I put together a pretty strong question to a few of the players earlier is after this, because at one point, a career is going to end, and so you're going to have to apply what you learned from a program like this that's structured and good to go. What are you going to do next, and how are you going to apply the life lessons you learned here to whatever follows afterward?
That's absolutely right. Life lessons through softball are something that comes at you even when you don't know it. For the most part, these players will look back on their careers and then figure out, oh, wow, I really did learn, my accountability, my hard work ethic, and all that good stuff. I mean, this sport is as good as it gets for teaching life lessons.
2-0 as we reach the third inning. Top of the third, Gloria Rodriguez is up. So what do you present to maybe I asked this question before, but maybe I'll try and word it another way. What do you present to teams that think they are up to snuff here?
For our athletes, it's interesting. You can see the kids that just joined our program or have not been in the program for over a year because they get really wide-eyed because we do.
Just about to say that.
Yeah, we really do look at the game and how we approach things a little bit differently. Dave says it the best too. We play chess here, not checkers.
Yes.
So we are absolutely looking at the little things of how we're rounding a base, how we're touching, what pitch are we taking, why, the whole 9 yards. I mean, we have a whole system in place just for our offense of, what we're going to run in a particular situation based on first and third, second and third, how many, there's a whole dialed in thing that, frankly, a lot of people don't think about.
Right. Ooh, nearly caught. Rodriguez is aboard. Rounds first and retreats back. As we see the replay driven to left, and great job by the left fielder to hopefully make a play at second. So Plaudit's there for sure. The next batter is Ariana Harrison.
Here we go.
I mean, selling anything. You had your door-to-door salesman way back in the day. And a lot of times it's almost like a batting average if you even barely scratch 300 in your sales. It could mean success. So what are the biggest rewards in what you're trying to do for the organization?
Honestly, the biggest reward for me is when I'm getting the wedding invitation after these kids have graduated college and all that good stuff.
Good stuff,
seeing a kid get her degree or go for her master's, that's kind of where I get my juice personally.
You knew them when.
Absolutely. Or, I got kids that are coaching in college softball now or, just moving on in their life afterwards. But that's really what we're getting is just developing strong women.
Mm-hmm. Samantha Sizemore is in the circle. Pitching to Harrison on a favorable count. Ball 4. Ball 4.
She's like, I don't want to walk. I'm here to hit. I got all these cameras and all these announcers. I'm here to play ball.
Well, she'll hit again. Yeah, they put a special runner up.
I think that's one thing that also separates us a lot is just the quality of talent that we have up and down our organization. Some of these kids out here that are laying out or hitting bombs or over that, they're on a number of one teams in a single division that we have.
Right.
It's not all stacked on one team. They are up and down our lineups and up and down our organization.
Want to know. Outside, throw down to second, not in time. Runners at first and second, top half of the third. So you're in concert and know a lot of coaches and scouts at universities as we get a back to the box, no dice, no play in fact. As it had a unfortunate in-between hop that handcuffed Sizemore. We have runners at every base, and the batter now is Monique Sandoval. You're in concert with these coaches and scouts. What's your approach to them? And you did touch on it earlier, but maybe expand a little more in what you're able to provide them, not just scouting reports, something on paper, anything on film. What's going to benefit them from what they've seen here?
Sure. So one, in addition to the honesty, it's the opportunity. So, our players and the college coaches, we give them, the honesty and the opportunity to see and connect, frankly. We want to open up the lines of communication between them as fast as possible, as, the rules allowed, so that they can find that right, fit with one another. Because just because you can play there, just because you can do the academics at a particular school, doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be a fit. Yep. So we need them to be able to connect with one another and know that they can live with them for 4 years and they can live with that coach for 4 years, so that, once again, we're keeping our kids out of the transfer portal and we're staying with the singular program and, frankly, improving their programs, Every time we send a player somewhere, we want them to make an impact there.
Right.
Yeah, I'll say this too. That's part of the reason why we do have so much success on the recruiting is because we are open and honest with the schools.
Yeah.
If a kid is a shortstop, but I can't put her foot in the ground and have that throw from the 5-6 hole across the diamond, we got to be able to tell them that school that, not that, hey, yeah, Sally is the best shortstop in the world, but doesn't have that throw. She's not the best shortstop in the world.
It's that game film where you really do have to pick apart each little aspect of their game.
Mm-hmm. If I got a catcher back there that's a 2.1 pop time, I can't go and say, oh yeah, she's a 1.6, no problem, and yet that she's giving up stolen base after stolen base. It's just, it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't reflect well on us as coaches, because at the end of the day, I'm probably 12, 15 years into this in the 16 division. There's going to be another group of kids coming in. And if I'm not honest with them along this process, the next kid that's in the 5th, 6th, 7th grade that's coming up through, they're not going to have the same opportunity because we weren't honest with those schools.
Mm-hmm. Kind of breaks the time-space continuum.
Yeah.
Ooh, throw to third, not in time. Louisville Slugger got a run in, so they are on top 4-2 in the third. One more question for you, and I touched on this with Dave and with Brian earlier, is you've been around this program as long as you've have as mentioned before. Did you perhaps ever envision something like this where we're providing a webcast for those wanting to see the talent?
You know what's interesting? You always have visions of softball where you think it should go, and just for sheer circumstance of COVID and everything else, here we are.
Right.
And I think it's a betterment for the game. I mean, the more that we do these great broadcasts to give look at these opportunities these kids are getting all weekend. Live television across the country. You got hundreds of college coaches that have logged on and viewed, and this is an opportunity you can't get anywhere else, and this is sure just out of the pure circumstance, but more importantly, it's because this organization from the top to the bottom cares about what happens to these kids. We want them to be the best. We want them to perform, but we want to give them better opportunity than they can get almost anywhere else.
Play to the plate, not in time. It's 5-2 as Kalen Jones scores. Well, could you hear the excitement in his voice? You could feel the emotion in it, and it felt as though that the response you just gave was trying to sell it to me. And so that was I could feel that for sure, and that comes with the excitement of your job is to know that what you're trying to present is something that is perhaps good, maybe is good, and definitely shows as good to those that want to participate, and that's the most enjoyable thing.
Absolutely. Appreciate that.
Greg,
I mean,
go ahead.
Couldn't ask for a better organization to keep fighting for. Couldn't ask for better kids to keep fighting for. And it really is something special that we're kind of building and growing here. So
absolutely,
we love having you guys here. That's for sure.
Appreciate that. Yeah. That ends the inning. It's 5-2 as we go to the bottom half of the third. Well, that's Greg Borzilleri. My name is John Tyler, and we appreciate your time, and best of luck down the road.
Thank you. Be good.
All right. Thank you. There he goes. Oh, yeah. That one does not have the support on the inside. Our side stat of the day is 13 times we've hit the undercarriage of this this tent support. Bottom of the third here. Check swing. The 8th grader makes a play. One away. 8th grader is Cameron Gordon.
I always set that right in the way, don't I?
I haven't kept count on that. So thank your lucky stars. 26 is up at the bottom half of the third inning. Madison Severns is up. Sounds like someone put a boom mic behind us. 2-1 to Severance. Look out. Off the tent.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be Carr because I noticed the coach went out there to look at it earlier when it got hit.
Can't replace, well, you can, but with work, replace the divots on your vehicle. In for a strike, strike 3. Severance is retired. Michaela Martinez is up, getting her first at-bat of the day. Power net down by 3 runs.
What time did this game start?
1:15, I believe. Had a small delay for the injury. They did replace the crevice, we'll call it, in the pitching circle, so it doesn't happen again. That's in for a strike. Ball 4. Puts a runner aboard, and PowerNet attempting to mount a comeback here in the 3rd inning. Down by 3. I'm positive there are no out.
Hey, get it, babe. You got 2-3.
This one is a solid drive. It will drop. Extra bases for Kayla Macias, who rounds 2nd and is aboard with a double.
Out of way. Yeah, 2-3.
Runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Hey, get it, cuz. Yeah, 1-3. Hey, just like last time, babe. And let's go right here, babe. Actually, we're at the bottom of 3rd. Come on, get that.
Next batter is Jade Ignacio. 1 game to go. PowerNet will take on Ringer. Well, we've had some extended innings due to the influx of runs on top of the delay. Inside, off the thigh. I think she'll stay in. We'll get a special runner up aboard. And we'll replay the count for Ignacio. Happy to have you with us along for the ride wherever you're watching across the country. Provided by Game Ready Live. 1-0. Solid one, a base hit. Into scores Martinez. Into scores Macias. It's a double for Ignacio. As you take a look at the solid hit and the smart and timely base running, it's 5-4 with no one out. Off the glove of Potter, one run is in, it ties the game. A second run across, and PowerNet has a lead at 6-5. Lena Chaffold is up. The next delivery carries foul.
Get it, 1-8.
On 3-1 to Chaffold. Rise ball at 53, ball 4.
Would you get first pick? Yeah, first was in for me.
Kaylee O, the batter.
Are we going into the fourth?
A little bit of an issue with the rise ball. It moves the runners across 60 feet. Now both in scoring position. PowerNet on top by a run. Waits for it, back to the box, got to go to first. They do to end the inning. 4 runs come through in the bottom of the third. We've completed 3, and PowerNet has grabbed the lead now at 6-5. Top of the 4th inning, top of the order for Louisville slugger. Kayla Perez And Jones and Roundtree scheduled. With that pocket radar, I'm just wondering, would the pocket radar work if someone was maybe late to work and they use it? Could they use that to their advantage? One and one. Perez. Driven to right in the gap, base hit. Perez is aboard. Right in the heart of the bat as he take another look at it. Into the bat, in fact, and gave it enough power to reach the outfield. So one on, and Jones is aboard. Ooh, throw to first. Perez retreats safely.
Doubles and triples. Let me some money.
I need doubles and triples. I need some money.
I wonder if the coaches put bets on their teams, if they have their own team.
Wait. It didn't work out well for Pete Rose, so, so hold off on that for just a moment. I know. I known Kale for a long time, and oftentimes I know Kale says, "Could you just stop your rhetoric, JT, and just call the game?" Driven to left and deep with power. Great catch! We know we replay on that. Uloa makes the grab. One more time. Full extension. Little letter high for a strike. 0-1 with Nadia Roundtree up. Due up, Brooke Hilliard. Ooh, eases off. That's a strike. Two, change up, strike three.
And
go ahead.
I looked at the pitcher after that. That was almost another pitcher out.
Yeah. Oh, me. What did I miss?
She tripped over the hole again. I thought that was going to be another one.
Brooke Hilliard up. If need be, Jalen Eves. The 1-0 to Eves. 6-5 power net on top. Enter gameplay here in the top of the fourth. Well struck, however foul. lays off on it at 38, goes foul. So you can deliver one at 38.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-2 outside. No activity on the paths. 2-2.
And that was a good snag by the catcher to make sure that runner doesn't advance 60 feet.
Got to have quick reactions like a hockey goaltender. Just be able to sprawl anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Because sometimes as us pitchers, we can't always control where it's going.
Right. Ball 3. Two strikes, 2 out. Next delivery from Sizemore is back to the box. Easy going. Inning over. Nothing across as we'll take a look at it again. We go to the bottom of the 4th. On a great throw by Sizemore to put the side aside. Going to the bottom of the 4th, 6-5 power now. Bottom of the 4th inning. Giselle Loa up for Power Net. They scored 4 in the 3rd to get on top 6-5. Thank you, sir. This one is struck and foul. With speed at 58. Well, for Naloa will take her base. One of the 8th graders coming up, Dakota Potter. Isabella Navarrete delivers a pitch that is high. Makes the count even at 1. Thank you. Good luck. On 2-1, delivered to left. Oppo Field Power. Making the play is Monique Sandoval. 1 away. Solid contact for the youngster. Top of the order, Zoe Karam. Ooh, change up, no. 2-2. Runner on with 1 away. Karam takes outside. Woo!
That's a big bird that just
Wow.
flew in.
Any of our cameras catch that? That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have a bird delay. Two and two. Make that 3-2 now. A walk has been issued by Navarrete. Karam is aboard. Makes way for Madison Severns.
That went straight back into the
We are awake. That was rude. The 0-1 to Severns. 1-1.
Right here, Maddie. Hey, here we go. You go, Bella. You got it, Bella. Right here, babe. Right here, babe. Will you read, kids? Nice, babe. Good. Natalie, kid. Here we go, babe. Here we go. Hey, get her right here. You got this, kid. Here you, babe. Hey, right here, Maddie. All you. You got it, babe. Would you right here?
Solid contact. Ooh, you can hear the echo of that hit. Oh, it goes away. Severns is on second. In to score is Uloa. In to score is Karam. And PowerNet increases their lead to 8-5. Solid coaching by Karam when she crossed home plate to the new batter here, to Michaela Martinez. Might have picked up some of the audio too. 8-5 in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1. Rise ball at 57. To right field. Making the catch is Rodriguez. 2 down. Keeps the runners at bay. And with the fly out to Martinez, Kayla Macias is up. Martinez is an incoming freshman. Ooh, eases off at 41. Inside for a ball. 1-1. Got her this time. 1-2.
This is the bottom of the fourth.
Yep.
You got this, Peter, you bet. Get it right here. Here we go. Here you go, babe. Got me going, kid. Here you go, you got this, babe. Here we go. I get it, 2-3.
Driven to left. No. It drops for a hit. In to score is Severance. 9-5. We'll take another look. As the run comes too late. 9-5.
It looked like it was Peggy's for a second. That throw in came and hit Maddie in the head.
Jade Ignacio is up.
Get it, cousin. Head away. Here you go, baby, right. You got this, kid, you. Bella, right here, babe. Here you go, Bella. You're right here, 4.
To left field for a hit. Coming around third to score is Kayla Macias. 10-5 power net. Abigail Cruz is up. 1-0. In for a strike, throw to first, not in time.
Maddie, check if my elbow guard's over there. Cause I threw it over there. Get it right here. I believe 2-9.
Playable making the catches, Brooke Hilliard for the third out of the inning. PowerNet extends their lead and gets 4, and at the end of 4, PowerNet on top by 5.
What?